They cut the lead from 20 to 10, and then Cal Quinn has that sequence right in front of your bench. I think he blocked a shot, and then had a layup on the other end. Can you talk about how that kind of sent a jolt into your team?
Yeah, it was great to continue for that group that was out there to kind of weather that storm a little bit and to be able to figure it out and find a way. And they did. One person stepped up and everyone else kind of hopped on board after that. And so it was, I just think overall to keep that group out there and for them to figure it out was good for us.
How seriously did you consider bringing in some of the starters at that point, when Detroit had most of its starters, if not all its starters, on the court throughout the fourth quarter?
You know, philosophically, my approach to basketball is a team sport, and everyone has to do their part on every night. And so we're going to count on these guys, whether or not you start or come off the bench, to do your part. So they were going to stay in and figure it out. When I was going to pull the plug, I'm not sure. But the good thing is they figured it out.
In the first, third, and fourth quarter, both of you guys scored evenly. The second quarter is where you guys really took advantage of the game and took control of the game. What went in you guys' way and what went against them during that quarter?
I think a few things. Started with us getting stops. That was the one thing. And then we were able to get out in transition and get some easy buckets. And I just think over the course of the night, the way we passed the ball was impressive tonight, and it was fun to watch.
We saw a bit of Maurice at the 4 tonight. Can you talk about how you thought he played and why you kind of rolled with him at the 4 tonight?
Josh Smith is a tough and matchup for everyone in this league. And we started off with Tobias kind of playing the 3 position and guarding Josh, and they shifted him to the 4. Tough for our other bigs to guard him out of the perimeter because of his ability just athletically to get to the rim. Tobias was in foul trouble, and I think Maurice did a great job of stepping in and doing his part tonight.
Jacque, you talked a couple weeks ago about it was time to challenge Kyle. It was time for him to kind of take his game to the next level. Do you think the way he's responded to the increased workload, are you proud of the way he's responded?
I'm telling him the one thing that a player wants is for his coach to trust him. And that's, that works both ways. I need to trust him. And so he's gained the trust of the coaching staff, whether that's watching extra film, doing extra work afterwards. Then most importantly is he's consistently putting games together where he's doing the right thing over and over again. So that's progress.
Jacque, obviously one of the keys to tonight's game was keeping them off the offensive boards and matching them in the paint in terms of physicality. What did you see tonight, and what were you happy with what you saw?
Well, at the beginning of the game, I think we gave up 2 offensive rebounds, which led to scores for them. So at the beginning of the game, we weren't happy as a group, but I said across the board for the night, I think we out-rebounded them and even had more offensive rebounds. So I was impressed with our approach of finding bodies tonight. You could see physically us putting bodies on bodies and boxing people out tonight.
The past 2 games before this one, Victor was really struggling with shooting the ball, and tonight he was able to attack the rim, and I think he was 8 of 10 shooting. How much does that tell you about his progression and growth, that he's able to just go out there and attack the rim and do it so successfully?
Yeah, he's going to figure it out. That's the one thing that I give him a lot of credit. We talked about some of the shots that he had taken the last 2 games. Well, the opponents wanted him to take those shots. And so that's how you figure out this lead is you want to take the shot that's best for your team. So tonight he pulls up, makes a jumper. The next 2 possessions after that, he gets to the rim. So having that balance and knowing when to do it, he'll continue to get better and better at it.
Jacque, you guys moved the ball really well tonight. You finished with 29 assists. You had 11 in the first quarter. Can you just talk about the ball movement and how that really helped spread their defense out?
Yeah, it was across the board. It was from our bigs and our smalls, just trusting each other, just making the simple and the right pass. That's really what we've been talking about, just make the simple play. That'll be good enough. We get a shot, live with the consequences, live with what your teammate does.
Jacque, we talked this morning about your goal going into the season was defending the home court. You've won 4 out of 5 now at home. How proud are you with the progress that you're making at home?
Just show some carryover. Our approach at shoot-around, the fact that guys are ready to play, making adjustments at halftime we talked about. our group's getting better, and so that part I am very proud about.
Coach, your bench outscored their bench 49-20 tonight. They've been an intricate part in winning 3 straight at home. Now these next 2 home games get a little bit tougher against much higher caliber opponents. Just talk about how do you keep that second unit loose and active and creative as they were tonight in these next 2 games.
I think tonight's a perfect example. I could easily pull them out tonight and panicked a little bit and lose confidence in those guys, but that's not the way I coach. I'll continue to reinforce the good things that they're doing. They'll be put in that situation again. We need them. We need them to play, and we need them to play well.
Good. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.